Mad party last night, lads.
What is that, Stephen? I just felt it underneath my legs. Oh my god! What the fuck everywhere? Stephen, run, Stephen!
Seriously, it was mad. Anyway, today, very exciting, very interesting, and kind of horrific video. We're talking about Facebook, and we're talking about their data privacy, and what they know about you, and what you don't know about them. And also, don't worry, the lighting will be fixed. I'm working on it, okay? I'm working on it. I now see how bad the problem is, but for today's video, you just have to live with the lighting. So let's roll the non-existent intro. Okay, now that we have the non-existent intro over with, let us move on to Facebook. So as we all know, Facebook has not exactly been the most transparent company about their data privacy laws and what they know about you as a person. Well, I did a lot of digging, I learned a lot of things, and I'm going to tell you everything I know today. And I'm also going to show you how you can find out what Facebook knows about you. Because yes, that is something that they actually have to provide you with. So as we all know, Oculus as a company is now gone and has been replaced by Facebook Reality Labs. And why am I mentioning this for all you people that aren't here for the VR content? Well, because that is quite a big deal to VR users like myself and everybody else. Because Facebook, again, is not exactly transparent about their data privacy, and we are very worried about what kind of information they can gather about us in virtual reality, considering it is, well, reality, sort of. So first of all, let's begin about what Facebook knows about you. So I fully understand you guys know that they know the basic details about you. For example, your date of birth, where you live, your name, your address, things like that. The things you give them, you know, your phone number, stuff like that. And if you have ever bought anything on the Facebook Marketplace, they also know your credit card details, which would be quite unfortunate if there was a data leak from Facebook. Has there been Facebook? So this is all already pretty concerning, considering that is all your private information, but considering you probably give that out to pretty much every website out there, you shouldn't be very surprised. Now, Facebook also gathers information about what ads you see and how long you look at them. For all the ads that show up on the Facebook website while you are browsing it, all those ads are giving Facebook information. Now, this is called targeted ads, but targeted ads is a very broad spectrum, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. So that's one thing. Targeted ads are very important to Facebook. It's how they make all their money, of course, because Facebook is free. You don't have to pay to be on Facebook, and this is how they make their money. Unfortunately, recently it has been more about the targeted ads and less about the user privacy, which is what worries me and a bunch of other people. So, what else does Facebook know about you? Well, this is where we get into the very weird spectrum of things. Underneath one of my YouTube videos, a fellow YouTuber has commented about Facebook and what kind of data they gather. And the things I learned through that comment have been very interesting. In fact, this is one of the comments that changed my mind about why Facebook is changing Oculus as a name and forcing you to use Facebook accounts instead of Oculus accounts. In this comment, he basically wrote that Facebook actually has access to all the file names on your phone and on your computer. Now, this is pretty terrifying. Of course, I don't have any secret files on my computer, but I do actually tend to name my files in quite weird ways, and that's just because I'm a very creative person, if you know what I mean. So that is already pretty concerning to me. I don't think that should be a thing. I think that's just a violation of privacy, like a complete violation of privacy. It is apparently in the license agreement. I have not read the license agreement, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. That thing is very long and as interesting and informative as it could be. I don't think I have the time for that, but if any of you guys have, please comment down in the description below if you found something interesting in it, like in Apple's license agreement where they disallow the use of the App Store for creation of nuclear weapons, which is hilarious. So that's one thing. Another thing is Facebook knows what app you have open and for how long. Now, this is information that is widely available to you, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to find that information in just a second. But yes, Facebook knows what app you have open, for how long, what you did in that app, and that's already pretty bad. But wait till you hear the next part. They know your browsing history. Yes, they know your browsing history. They know what websites you have visited. And this is, again, information that is widely available to you. This is because, across the span of websites, Facebook has placed their own sort of spyware. That is not the right way to call it. I'm gonna have the proper name for it somewhere right here, but Facebook is actually using their own kind of little software to spy on you on certain websites. When you visit a website that has this in it, Facebook knows you're on that website and what you're doing on it, which is pretty horrendous. Like, I feel like all privacy has just flown out the window. Of course, Facebook also knows your messages with people and all the posts you post, all the pictures you post. They know what you look like, of course, your Facebook profile. Facebook has also been known to helping itself to SMS data. Yes, all those lovely texts you have sent back and forth, Facebook has them. Now, Facebook has something called ad preferences. You can access this at any time by opening up the Facebook app, and I'm going to do this with you right now because I don't actually know the steps off by heart, but when I go into the app, I will know. And this is also the same on the website. You go into the Facebook app, you click on the 3 hamburgers up in the top right corner, you scroll down to settings and privacy, you click on settings and privacy, you click on settings, you scroll down even lower, you find ads, you click on ad preferences, and this should show you a list of your ad preferences. So here you have your interests, advertisers and business, your information, and settings, things like that. So if we click into my interests, it'll essentially show you all the interests you have. Now, surprisingly, my interest list is very low because, as I have said in a previous video, I don't actually use Facebook. I just use Messenger. So here we have technology, electronic music, computer hardware, Razer, Moon, Unilad, technical diving, Orient Express. So this is basically pretty much everything I've just searched up on Facebook. This isn't exactly even relevant to me, but you guys that browse Facebook a lot more, this will be very relevant to you. So advertisers and businesses. Advertisers whose ads you've clicked on, 0. And if you have ever clicked on ads, that'll show up there. Businesses who have uploaded and used a list. So these are businesses, apps basically that you have used that may have sold your information to Facebook. We all know smaller companies sell your data to larger companies. It's a thing. Whose website, app, or store you've interacted with. Again, just like I've said, these are all the websites that you've interacted with that may have had that kind of Facebook Pixie. Maybe that's what it's called. Maybe it's called Facebook Pixie. That came out of nowhere, but I think that might be what it's called. So that it's there. That's there. Then you have your information, your employer, your job title, your education. And then by going into said your information and clicking on your categories, review and manage your categories, this is where it gets interesting because this is kind of how Facebook knows what ads to target at you. This is kind of where I see a line. It's not getting crossed, but it's a line. So birthday in January, yes. Facebook Access Chrome, Facebook Access all mobile devices, Facebook Access Android devices, Facebook Access iOS devices, Facebook Access smartphones and tablets, Facebook Access tablets, Facebook Access Wi-Fi, Facebook Access Windows 10. It's basically all the devices you have ever accessed Facebook from. I don't know why this would be relevant, but I'm sure there's a reason. Facebook page admins, frequent international travelers. It knows I travel frequently, so it knows it can show me ads about travel. Frequent travelers, friends of men with a birthday in 0 to 7 days, so it knows it can be sending me ads about birthday presents because it thinks I might be looking for birthday presents. Friends of men with a birthday in 7 to 30 days, friends of people with birthdays in a month, friends of people with birthdays in a week, friends of soccer fans. Yes, that is true. I myself amn't, but I am friends with people who are soccer fans. Friends of those who lived abroad, that includes myself. Friends of women with a birthday in 0 to 7 days. Friends of women with a birthday in 7 to 30 days. Lived in Poland. It knows that. How it knows that, I don't know. It's not like I had Facebook when I was 4. Lives abroad, mobile network or device users, owns a Xiaomi device, potential mobile network or device change. It even knows that. It knows I was in Poland and changed my network back when I arrived here. Recent mobile network or device change. Returned from travels 2 weeks ago. Now this shouldn't come as a surprise. After all, they do have your location data, but when you think about it, it's stalking you. Pretty much. Like, again, this is nothing new. You should have known this in the back of your head, but it is crap to think about that, you know? It is. Like, you're getting stalked, and this is a broad thing. This is a very broad thing. It just says returned 2 weeks ago, and it makes you think, this is kind of generic information. What kind of thinner line information do they have, you know? Technology early adopters, I'd like to think of myself as one. uses a mobile device, 10 to 12 months, and Wi-Fi usage. And that is kind of all the information you have access to, but you can also download your information from Facebook on that same page, and it'll download like a massive file of all the photos you've ever uploaded, all the text you've ever sent, all the voice messages you've ever sent, everything you have ever done on Facebook, you can access. So I guess they're being transparent about it, but let's be real, that's clearly not all the data they're collecting. They're collecting a lot more, and they are just not sharing it with us. So yeah, it's pretty horrifying. And people that do VR, we should be worried, because targeted ads in VR aren't going to be anything fun, especially if our data is being stolen on a daily basis when we access the virtual world. So you guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. As horrifying as it is, this is just the world we live in nowadays. So make sure to tell me what you guys think about this beautiful world of ours down in the comments section below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like. It helps the channel out a lot and it doesn't cost you anything. If you disliked it, well, I guess this button works too, but please tell me why down in the comments section below. If you guys want to join this lovely community of ours, we have a Discord down in the description below. We also have a Reddit down in the description below where I want to see you guys posting your spicy memes. And if you guys want to be notified of future content, I upload tech videos daily and VR videos on Mondays and Fridays. So if you guys want to be part of that, make sure to smack that subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.